Good evening. Thank you for watching this live broadcast on UK Education Services Facebook page. I'm Gabriel, an independent education business consultant. I am based in Kuching. I work closely with the British Council, UK institution, education agents, schools, students and parents on promoting studying in the UK. I'm running a series of virtual talk and interview in July and August just to bring more UK institutions to students and parents. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, many UK institutions have not been able to visit Malaysia or Sabah and Sarawak, which they used to do a few times a year. So tonight, we're going to bring you University of Northampton. In the UK, there is Southampton, there is Northampton. Southampton is slightly bigger. Northampton is a small town. Many times when we talk about studying in the UK, we say about studying in London, in Cambridge, in Oxford, or we say about Leeds or Manchester, which is all big city. And what is the feel of studying in a small town? Living and studying in a small town. So tonight I have two guests, the representative of University of Northampton, as well as beautiful girl, Malay girl from Kuching. She studied in Northampton as well. So I'm going to bring both of them online live now, and then get them to say hi to you.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Gabrielle.
Hi, Kataros. Yeah, just introduce yourself, Kataros.
Yes. So, hi, everybody. I'm Kanta Rose, and I'm an international officer at the University of Northampton, based here in the UK, Northampton.
And Asima.
Hi, my name is Narasima. I'm a second year student studying early childhood studies, and now I'm heading to my third year in September.
Woo! Yeah, many students either get I would not say. I'm going to ask you a question later on. Would you consider yourself get stuck in the UK now? Because many students escape back to Malaysia. I use the word escape because they didn't plan to come back so early, but they rush back to Malaysia in early by April or May. But you are a very few cases of students who are actually still staying back in the UK, calmly enjoying yourself, continuing your studies, enjoying the summer in UK now, right? So later on we're going to get you to talk about your experience, but first of all I am going to hand the time over to Kantaros, that you're going to share with us about Northampton, University of Northampton, the courses that you offer, as well as living, what is the feel of Northampton.
Yeah, thank you, Gabrielle. Yes, so as I mentioned earlier, my name is Kanta Rose Woolley, and my role is to help students from Southeast Asia to apply to study at the university. So I go to Malaysia twice a week, but because of the pandemic, I'm not able to come and see you in person, but hopefully this live stream gives you lots of information. And you can ask me any questions and I will do my best to answer you. So if you can see my slide that I've got open here. So University of Northampton is a small town, like Gabrielle said. So if you're looking to study in a big city, then, we would say other university would probably be more suited to you. But if you're looking for a medium-sized town to study in, you want to focus on your study, you want a community feel, and you don't want such a busy place that distracts you, Northampton is perfect for that. We're not in the middle of nowhere. It's not that we're so rural, there's nothing here. Actually, we're a town. We have lots of shops and restaurants, cinema. There are things around Northampton, but it's just not as busy as buzzing as London, for example. But if you want to go to London, Northampton is only 50 minutes to 1 hour by train, depending on which trains you get. And Asim will probably tell you in a second how easy it is to go to London with the student rail card. You can actually book your tickets in advance. So if you're looking for a small town feel, then Northampton would be an option for you. And I'll talk a little bit more about what are the benefits of studying at Northampton town itself in a second. So who is University of Northampton? Some of you have probably never heard of us. Some of you will probably confuse us with Southampton, like Gabrielle said, or confuse us with Nottingham University. But actually, Northampton is a very young university. We were opened in 2005, but within a short period of time, we achieved so much, especially the quality of our teaching. We have been commended by the UK government, and we were awarded gold, which is the top award that you could get, which recognizes us for the best quality of teaching that we could ever give our students. And only 42 universities in the UK get this gold status from the Teaching Excellence Framework ranking by the UK government. And that is something that we're really proud of. And when you come to study at University of Northampton, you will find that our class size is quite small, and that you won't be kind of lost in the sea of students with, the lecturer, 1 kilometer away from you. You can actually interact with the tutor during your class and discuss and throw different ideas. So a lot of our classes are very small. We don't even have lecture rooms anymore. And that is something that we take pride in, that we kind of innovative in our way of teaching. And this is a picture of Prince Charles and in the shoe outlet. You're probably thinking, why am I showing you this? It's because Northampton town itself is very famous for shoemaking. And with this, we actually offer a lot of courses in leather making and shoemaking and leather technology. We are so famous that Prince Charles actually visit us to come and shop for his shoes. And we are also famous for the English countryside. A lot of walks, a lot of, homely estates that you can visit, very British feel. So if you have time when you come over to study with us, you can actually explore the surrounding area, and you will find that Northampton has one of the most beautiful countryside in the country. So this is the Althorpe homes to Princess Diana's. So she actually grew up here and was laid to rest here. So that is only 5 miles from Northampton town. So I just want to show you and give you a feel of what's around the area before then I talk to you more about the university. And then we are also famous for Formula One, because Silverstone racetrack is only 30 minutes away from Northampton town, and a lot of events that take place there. A lot of engineering students also take part in engineering project with Formula One team. We also have lots of different Formula One teams and offices around, like Mercedes, Petronas, Honda. Those sort of Formula One team headquarter or based around Northampton. So there are lots of options to work with them for your internship or your placement year. And this is one of the most prettiest building in Northampton city centre, which is called the Guildhall. You can actually visit there. Opposite it is the oldest theatre in the UK as well, which is Royal Derngate, where you will be graduating. So all your graduation ceremony takes place there as well. So yeah, this is a really, really nice place to visit if you have a chance to come over. Well, I mentioned about the university. What is the benefit of studying in a small town? Already, you've got lots of space to think, to study, because it's not busy, but also it's really cost effective. A lot of our students love to spend time in Northampton because they can save money to go and travel elsewhere in the summer as well. So you can expect to pay around £600 to £800 a month. That will include accommodation, food, transport. Obviously, it depends on your lifestyle. If you like to spend a lot and go out and eat in the restaurants quite often, obviously it will be a little bit more, but we would say on average is around 600 to 800. And this is really beneficial for our students because not only they don't have to spend a lot on accommodation, and what I mean accommodation is either private or on campus. You know, we don't charge a lot for our on campus accommodation at university as well. So you will find that comparing us to other university, we do offer a very competitive rent rate for accommodation. Yeah, and leave you free money to spend traveling around the UK or explore or just kind of live more luxury lifestyle that you've been wanting to do. One of the things that we're really proud of is the employability. We really help our students to become employable when they graduate with us. So a lot of our courses are designed to be as practical as possible, to have lots of work placement. Even, you know, Asima will tell you about her placement experience as well. And we have Changemaker Hub, which is a dedicated team that will help students to find placement or develop their employability skills. So you can go there and get advice on interviewing skills. You can get advice on your CV, for example. Ashoka is an award that recognizes the university as a changemaker campus, where we really encourage students to make a difference to the local community. So we encourage volunteering, for example, encourage social enterprise, for example. If students have any ideas, they want to start up a charity, for example, we would help them to do that. And another one is Unitemps, which is our own job agency. So you can actually go to an office in the city centre. We have a Unitemps office that you can go to and say, I want a part-time job. Can you help me to get a part-time job? What they do is they give you all the listings of all the jobs that are available. And that is actually managed by the university itself. So we help you to find a part-time job. As you know, that international students in the UK, you can work 20 hours a week, and that's the rule from UKVI. But within that 20 hours a week, you can earn up to £10 an hour, up to kind of, or even more depending on what the job is. So I think the minimum wage at the moment is around £8 to £9 an hour. So it really helps students with their finance to help pay for accommodation or pay for food while they're here. So with all of that combined, our employability rate has been consistent at 95% or above for the past 10 years, and that is really good for us. So 95% of graduates will find a job at the end of their studies with us. So some of these are companies that we work with, for example, like Burberry, Mulberry. So those will be like leather technology or leather technicians that have graduated from our leather courses that goes into those companies. Like Ralph Lauren would be students from our fashion or fashion promotion and marketing. That's the kind of courses that we do. Doc Martens, I don't know if you know, that's quite a famous brand. They are actually headquartered here in Northampton, and Church's Shoes as well, which is a high-end British brand. So as you can see, a lot of well-known global companies that we work with, and we place students into those companies to get work placement so they can apply what they learned here with us. So what are our courses that you might be interested in doing with us? So we offer a Faculty of Business and Law. We offer all sorts from advertising, entrepreneurship, logistics, hospitalities, human resources, you name it. If you have something that you're interested, come and talk to us. We will probably be able to advise you on what courses that are available for you. A lot of our Malaysian students like to do top-ups, so they come to join us for the final year after they have completed a diploma in business or diploma in hospitality or diploma in marketing. They then just spend 1 year here in the UK with us, and then they will get a full bachelor degree, so saving time and money. Okay. And the next faculty is the Faculty of Art and Science and Technology. So those of you who are not interested in business, you just want to do like maybe engineering, computing, fashion, footwear or leather. Like I mentioned, we're one of the university in the world, really, a very few university to teach leather. And we are the only in the UK that have a leather tannery. So you can make sure that we are kind of the expert in that area. If you are interested in sports science, for example, or bioscience or biomedical, we also offer that. Even games art, if you are interested in that. So some of these courses, maybe it is possible for you to enter year 2 if you wish. So we could map you in on a case-by-case basis. So if you're interested in joining us for year 2 or year 3 in these areas, then we can help you with that. Health and education faculty, we offer you with psychology, podiatry, education in early childhood, education in English language teaching, which Asima is from our BA early childhood top up. Sorry, year 2. She's going now into year 3, I believe. So she can talk to you more about early childhood studies as well. But all of these are available, and we do really well in those areas. We're the 7th in the UK for psychology, podiatry, and occupational therapy. We're 19th in the UK by the Guardian for nursing. So we are. You can guarantee to get the best quality of teaching from us if you do choose to come and study with us. So I mentioned about the UK transfer. So you can either do a diploma, finish that and come and join us, or if you are in the second year of a 3-year degree, then you can come and join us in the final year as well. So the courses are available for top up are, business and management top up, business and entrepreneurship. We do early childhood studies top up as well. I think we've taken a few Malaysian students onto that course. We have a few Malaysian students in events management as well. All of these courses are available to you. So come and talk to us if you are interested in transferring to the final year here at Northampton. For those of you who are just not sure, I might wait a year and finish a bachelor here and maybe join a master's in the UK. We offer a lot of master's program, and these are just some of the master's program that we offer that has a placement year. So not only you will be able to study 1 year in the UK, you will be able to work another year in the UK. And then I don't know if you are aware, we have the post-study work visa that has just been introduced. So student will also be able to stay on another 2 years in the UK to find employment as well. So if you are serious about working in the UK, this is one of the a good route towards that. The masters with placement is really popular. So a lot of students go on to do MBA, and we don't need an experience. You don't need to have work experience to join our MBA program. And we also offer courses like MSc Computing, for example, or International Banking and Finance. So really good opportunity for you to come and study and apply the knowledge, get the work placement, get the experience. You can either return home to Malaysia afterwards or stay on another 2 years to find employment here in the UK. So what are the entry requirements that you need to come and study with us? So we ask for any year 1 entry undergraduate, you will need, it depends on what your qualification is, UEC at 5 credits, including English, or if you have STPM, we just need 4 passes at grade C, IB at 25 points, or A-level at BCC, or SAM at 78 ATAR. Okay, so really achievable. And for top up, for example, if you have done a diploma or year 2 of a 3-year degree, then we ask for a CGPA of 2.7. And then you would need to show us proof of English. You can either do IELTS, so we ask for IELTS 6 with no band below 5.5, or SPM 1119 grade C or above, or if you've done IGCSE English grade C or above, we accept that too. So either one of those is fine. You don't have to do all of them, just either one of those. And then at master's level, again, the same CGPA of 2.7 undergraduate degree. And then we ask for a little bit higher English language grade, IELTS 6.5, or 1119 at grade B, or IGCSE English at grade B or above. Okay. So that is just the minimum entry that you need to get into most of our courses. Some of the other courses will require interview. Some other courses will require a portfolio, but we give you that advice. We have an office in Malaysia, and we give you advice from the start to end. So if you just contact us and you say you want to study something that will have a portfolio, we will give you that advice on how to get that portfolio done. So don't worry about that. So tuition fees, I've highlighted the ones in yellow, which are probably most relevant to you. If you are thinking, okay, well, how much is it? Can I actually afford all of this? So a BA, a bachelor degree would be £12,900. And top-up courses will start at 13,750, same as masters. And then MBA is a little bit higher at 14,750. So you will find that is a very competitive tuition fees that are being offered elsewhere as well. Other university might offer a little bit higher. Other offers maybe a little bit lower. So you'll find that we're kind of pretty much on par with other universities. Some you may find that we are the lowest as well. But don't worry, we give you up to 10 to 50% scholarships each year. And that is for Malaysian students as well only. So it depends on what your grade is. If you get, for example, 2.8, we will give you 10%. CGPA 2.8 will give you 10%. The higher your CGPA, the more scholarship we will give you. And Aseem is actually the 50% scholarship winner as well. So she can talk to you a little bit more about how she won that. But we come over and interview students in person. And normally I would fly in to come and see you, and then we do some interview, just a couple of questions, and then we decide based on the academic, based on the interview results, on who gets the 50% scholarship. And we have 50% scholarship every year on offer. Okay. Actually, we have 2 intakes. So one is September this year. So anybody who are interested in September intake, you can still apply. If you want to defer or wait, we have a January intake, and we also offer 50% scholarship for January intake as well. So do get in touch with us. Okay, so last one now. This is the last slide, I promise. This is COVID-19 update. So if you are wondering what is our policy or how you're going to teach this September, we are open as normal for September intake and also open as normal for January 21 intake. So both are available. You only need to pay £1,000 to accept your offer, and then £4,000 before CAS. So if you want to kind of start with online, you can start your first term online, and then you can join us in January, the second term in January. Or if you want to start online and then arrive a little bit later in November, you can do as well. So you have very flexible option as long as you arrive before the 15th of January. Okay. So we have 4 refunds available. If you change your mind and you don't want to come because of COVID-19, we offer full refund, and you can actually split your tuition fees into 2 installments as well. So one in January and one in April. So we have lots of flexible options for you. If you are worried about anything, there are options for you that will help you. So again, I mentioned that we have an Emulation Office that we help students along the way. We help students through WhatsApp as well. So we actually chat with them and guide them through the whole process in person. So yeah, do contact us if you have any questions at all.
Yep, cool. Thank you, Cantaros. Yeah,
no worries.
It's a very comprehensive sharing on quick and sweet, which is really good. I just have one questions with regards to COVID-19, because we have students are required to be quarantined for 2 weeks when they get to the UK. If they choose to go for September intake, will the university have to cover the accommodation or whatever with that arrangement?
Yes, of course. So, obviously, Malaysian is not part of the travel corridor. So, you will need to be quarantined for 14 days. And we actually offer a free meet and greet service at Heathrow Airport. You will then get taken to a university accommodation, and it will all be free of charge. You will be there
Oh,
for 14 days. We will help to provide food, all free of charge. We provide bedding as well,
wow.
or the cooking materials. So you basically have a hotel kind of room service every day. So you can just order any food you want, or we give you like a grocery pack if you want to kind of cook yourself. So yeah.
Oh, okay. That,
Wow.
that, wow, Asima. All right, okay. Asima, tell us your experience. You completed a diploma. You did a top up, but you're doing a 2 years diploma, and then now you're in UK, continue with second year of early childhood, and then you're going for your third year. Um, why? First of all, my question is that early childhood is an upcoming program in Malaysia. We
Mhm.
do not have many institutions offer early childhood, especially for many private institution. Not many private institution offers early childhood. The most is that they have a diploma program. Very rarely a few has a degree program. So why do you choose early childhood?
First of all, I love to work with kids, and not just that. I want to go above and beyond that. Not just teaching kids. I'm really interested in learning about not just child development, but their mental health.
Mhm.
As as you probably know, mental health, children's mental health, particularly,
Yep.
and mental health in general, is not like a talk. It's not a popular topic to talk about in Malaysia. It's kind of a taboo, and that is why I want to pursue this in the first place. And having said that, I told myself I need to learn the basic and what it's all about, and how children development and mental health are in Malaysia. So before I get into that, I honestly I have to learn the basics. That's why I choose to do it and my diploma in Malaysia. And yeah, and choosing it to study in the UK, I've been reading a lot about social workers, mental health. They really do talk about that here, and most of the researchers on that topic is from the UK, and that's why I choose to study here. That's why I choose to study degree in early childhood degree in the UK. And not just that, back then in Malaysia, all the roots, early childhood roots, it only prepares you to be a teacher. But here, it's really astonishing to find out that with my degree, I can go out become a social worker, mental health social worker, um, working at children's hospital, not just on a singular path to becoming a teacher or teaching assistant. It's
Yep.
you broad range of um, working opportunities. So yeah,
Mm. I think that is interesting. That blow my mind as well because my
yeah,
understanding is that when you want to study early childhood in Malaysia, you're going to run childcare center,
yeah,
nursery
childcare
or
center.
whatever. So
Yeah.
I think that is something interesting, very interesting. So share with us your experience on that area, and then your experience studying early childhood in Northampton, as well as like Kentaro said, you just did your placement. So is it difficult to find a placement, or the university settled it for you? And then where did you do your placement, and how was the experience?
To be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I don't really know anyone. I don't really know the school. I don't really know the environment here. But the university have this placement team where they can find suitable placements for you. So you don't need to worry about that. They advise you from the beginning until the end, and then they can secure a placement for you. You can just ask them. For example, I want a placement where I can easily can get to within a walking distance, because within the first 3 months of studying here, I literally, they just sent me to do my placement because it's a part of my course. So it was really, really scary at first. I have to be honest, but then when my lecturer reassures me that we have a team that can help you arrange all of that, and just tell them like what's works for you, what's suitable for you, and then yeah, they secured a placement for me in a primary school, where I work with the key stage one kids, key stage one, especially kindergarten here, age between 5 till 6 in the class. Yeah, it's really, really different. It's and also an eye-opening experience to see how everything works here differently in Malaysia. In Malaysia, here they really do really the parents here are really hands on with their children. They want to know everything. So basically they have I learned a lot. One particular thing that I learned found out is that after every activities, they recorded it, they take pictures, and they put in this platform where parents can access and see what their kids doing in this app called Tapestry, and it's really, really common here in the UK. They use that, and they see what their kids are doing, and then their development, if they achieve their development milestones. For example, this kid, that he can hold a scissor during his first when he first entered preschool, and then now that he can do that, and the parents can see that, and teachers can easily share that with parents, which I found really, really astonishing. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
so it is something that it is an experience which perhaps I think for many uh, colleges or institution in Malaysia, when we talk about placement, I think the students yourself would have to do it yourself. You would have to look
Yeah,
for a
find it
placement.
yourself. Yeah.
You have to beg someone to host you as placement. I think that
Yeah.
is really very good and very interesting. Um,
Yeah.
uh, so Asima, as Muslim students, right, from Malaysia, um, my question, I think there are two questions here now. First is actually, is the school, because you went to a primary school for for your placement, are they receptive to you, and then the second question is that as a Muslim student, how do you find living in Northampton?
Okay, to answer your first question, they're really, really accepting and welcoming. I've never, I was scared at first. I mean, I just moved another country and starting my
Yep.
study, and then just basically immediately doing my placement within the first 3 months. And I was really, it's really heartwarming how welcoming and accepting they are. Because I was quite shocked, and
Mm,
I really feel like I'm welcome, and they're really interested in me. They ask me a lot of questions about the early childhood, the education in Malaysia, and the principal even showed me give me a tour of the school, introduce me to the staff, and there's a lot of activities with the teachers as well that I get to join. There's movie nights. This is during pre-COVID, of course. There's movie nights, and we and then we and then after school, they invited me over to have tea and coffee and cakes. They Brits do really
Wow.
love their cakes. I've been offering they offered me every 5 minutes, and so yeah, they're really really generous, and they got to share their experience as well, their working experience, and how they how they came about to become a teacher. And we share a lot of ideas, and they really they ask me if I have any ideas that which they can
Mm.
incorporate it with their teaching. I feel really valued
Right.
over there, and overall, it's a
Yeah.
really positive and great experience.
So I
So
guess
there's
you
nothing to
learn a
be said
lot
about
there, because I
it.
think in Malaysia, I think the common, because we have so many institutions, or higher learning institution, where we have a lot of students who go for placement, and when they go for industrial training or placement, um, many times they are treated like clerical staff, or they,
Yeah,
you know, I think that is, I think that is really very 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 valuable points that we can share with students as well. That it is different. You learn
yeah.
something very.
They don't treat you as an intern, they treat you as a part of the workplace, and they treat you as a family, really. Like,
Yep.
I feel like I actually work there, and
Yep.
when it's time for me to go, and it's time for me to part and finish my during the end of my placement, I it's really hard for me to part. They even all the teachers even bake homemade cakes and cookies for me
Wow.
to take, and we have a little party at the teachers' lounge, and yeah, which is really really nice.
Mm,
Yeah.
cool. So how do you find living in Northampton as a Muslim student? Is it difficult to get food? Or is there any mosque or prayer area that if you want to join any Muslim community?
Well, actually, on campus as well, there's this on campus what do you call that pastor, and he's really during the first during the first week he he approached me, and then he gave me this pamphlet saying that, oh, actually, are you a Muslim student? So I have this like pamphlet where you can find mosque, where you can find halal food, which really to me, which is a surprise, because
Yep.
in my mind, like, Northampton is a really small town. Um, at first I thought it's not gonna be it's gonna be a challenge for me to find halal places and where I can do my parents, where the mosques are. Um, and I already planned, I already mentally prepared myself. I'm gonna be vegetarian for the rest of the year, for the 2 years.
Oh no.
but
Oh no.
I
Oh
can't
dear.
lie. But yeah, at first, there's this pastor. He had the office on campus. He approached me and he said that, I know I know it's really scary, and probably you don't know where to get your halal food and where to find mosque. And he gave me the pamphlet. He gave me the address where I can find the mosque, where I can find my halal meat, halal butchery around in Northampton. And yeah, I can confidently say it's really easy, and you can even find halal meats in Morrison's. Morrison is one of the biggest supermarket chains here in the
Yep.
UK,
Yep.
and yeah, they're relatively cheap, and there's nothing for you to worry about. And there's a lot of like Arabic restaurants around here as well,
Ah.
run by the Middle Eastern community here. So yeah. And
Cool.
there's a mosque here. There's two mosques here actually in
Yeah.
Northampton. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
something that international students didn't really expect. There's a large
Yeah.
Muslim community here.
Yes.
So don't ever feel like you're never going to find anything, like
Yes.
Asima said.
Yes.
She's can
Because there
finally
was
eat meat again.
finally I don't have to turn to vegetarian for 2 years. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Asima, many students or many Malaysian students choose to come back during the pandemic or before the border closed and all, everything. And why do you choose to stay back? And then, how do you manage it? What I'm sure the university give you a lot of support as well. Share your experience.
Um, First of all, it's a really hard decision. There's a lot of discussion around that with my parents as well, whether or not should I go, seeing my friends just like left, not just my Malaysian friends, my friends from other countries as well, just hurry up and pack and leave. Um, it's a really tough decision to make, but I mainly want to stay. The main reason why I want to stay is because I really want to finish strong. I really want to finish my studies,
Mm.
and also to protect my parents and people back at home. Not to get infected with COVID. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, like having to decide staying here.
Mm.
With basically at first I thought there's not going to be any support, but yeah, I pulled through it. And also during after the government announced that they were going to be on lockdown, immediately we got emails from the residential life team. If you must know, it's like an on-campus student support team. They give us reassurance that if we need to buy groceries, or pretty much if we need anything, we can just easily email to them and ask them to like buy groceries for us if we have to self isolate for 2 weeks and stuff like that. But yeah, all that I did is I read what's going on in the news, what's going on in the UK, and what are the government's plan for us. Just keep myself updated every day. Just follow to the government guidelines of observe social distancing, and so far I'm healthy and fine. And yeah, just be aware. Just keep yourself updated
Were
every
you were
single
you
day.
worried, or did you feel unsafe at the beginning, or
I was at
like
first.
I, for example, in Malaysia, I think when we, that we have MCO, like movement
Yeah,
control order, right?
yeah,
I feel unsafe, even though we don't have many cases at that time. I feel
yeah.
unsafe not because of the pandemic. I feel unsafe because there are so many police on the road.
I mean,
Yeah,
I do feel I do feel scared. I do feel worried, especially when I saw when I went go out shopping. There's barely any food in supermarkets and stuff like that. But after 2 weeks, after the supermarkets got guidelines from the government how they're gonna go about and everything. It's controlled now. Food um there's food on the shelves and everything. And and also at the same time, after everyone left, it's kind of scary because living on campus, it's really such a lively environment, and now it's become total silent and barely anyone
yep.
there. It can be scary, but I do feel safe since there's like a lot of on-campus security making rounds, and the residential life team, coming in and check in on us and ask if we're okay, and just reassure us they're gonna be there, providing 24 hours support should we ever need it. Yeah, I really.
Yeah, I think that's very good. I'm glad that you are safe, and then you are on campus. You are in Northampton, which is not too big and not too crowded, and then
Yeah,
you follow all the guidelines and the advice and all this, because it will be such a regret if you don't stay back, because you are only 2 years in the UK, and if you were to come back, you are going to miss the whole summer in the UK, and when you return, you can't really return now because of a lot of traveling restriction,
yeah,
and then
restriction.
Mm.
then you might miss the winter, and then after that you continue with your and then you you can't enjoy the full 2 years length of study as an international student, experiencing
Yeah,
from autumn to winter to spring to summer. I think
Mm.
that is an experience which, it is a life experience. I always tell students, when you go overseas to study, other than the subjects and the content of what you learn, other than making friends, you are actually learning how to live in a different environment with different
Yeah.
kind of weather, right? All
Yeah.
this, yeah,
Yeah, and also it builds my resilience. It builds my confidence because I
yeah,
never would have thought that I can manage everything on my own, live independently, and with the pandemic going on, and how to sort myself out and manage myself. Um, I think, and I didn't regret. I didn't regret it at all staying here. Now I can say that I can confidently take care of myself,
great,
and yeah, without
yeah,
having to depend on anyone,
yeah,
my parents. Yeah, I know how to how to get to places. I know how to rent a house and stuff like that. There's a lot of rules. Yeah, like because it's different here. When you're renting a house, it's a whole different process. And now that I learned all of that, it's really a great learning experience on how to live independently on your own. So yeah.
Mm.
yeah. I'm really proud of you, Asima. One last question, Cantaros. Uh, is there any, because of the pandemic, is there any medical support on campus in case students need any help?
Yes, of course. We actually have a doctor surgery or clinic on the campus itself. Obviously, with COVID, you can't just turn up and say, I want to see a doctor. You have to make an appointment beforehand, and then they check whether you have any symptoms. If you have any symptoms, you have to self-isolate. So you can't just come into the clinic saying, "I've got COVID, help me,"
Mm,
because at the end of the day, you need to recover at home. And then if it gets worse, then there is definitely support. There's testing that you can actually book with the NHS as well. So what I would say is reassure that we, like Seema say, we have residential life team, we have international student support team. Each student will get a personal tutor as well. They're not only just for academic support, they're actually for personal support as well.
wow,
So
Yeah.
the tutor actually don't mind if you just email them and say, I need help. It's not about my studying,
wow.
it's about something else,
Yeah.
and they will just give you that support. Yeah. So definitely there's medical support for any other things that are not COVID related.
Mhm.
Obviously, if you have medical condition, do let us know, and we will make sure things are in place to help you as well.
So, one question that everyone has been thinking or arguing, I think education agents or, uh, you know, we are wondering whether for the treatment for COVID-19, is it covered by NHS? Can we just, do you have any clearer picture on that, or is it actually very clear that it's covered? Because I think in Malaysia there are arguments saying that no, it is not covered. Uh, is it covered or not?
Yeah, it is covered. Obviously you pay your health surcharge, and that
Yep.
is
Mhm.
for the NHS. So it doesn't matter if it's COVID, you are covered.
Right.
Hopefully you are young and you are healthy and you don't need to go
Yes.
into hospital. But if it's somebody who do have a existing conditions and they are worried, then yeah, don't worry at all. That is all covered in NHS.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Uh, Before we close, Asima, you have anything to speak to Malaysian students, or you want to encourage them, if they are thinking of going to the UK, or they have,
Mhm.
as a Muslim student, should I go to UK, or should I choose a bigger city like Birmingham to have more mosque and more Muslim? What would or how would you encourage Malaysian students?
My advice is, first of all, you need to ask yourself what drew you to the UK study experience. Is it just to is it just to take cool pictures, or being for the sole purpose of being in studying abroad or something? You just need to ask yourself that. Or if you want a wider perspective, international perspective, and challenge yourself, you just need to ask that question. So whenever you feel like you're lost, or whenever you feel there are some days where you feel all these negative feelings of self-doubt. You can like refer back to that, like, why am I doing this? And also, I would encourage it. If you have the financial means, and if you really want to, if you want to go and experience living in a new country and immerse yourself in a different culture, take the leap of faith. Remove all the your self doubt and fear. Um, and just and at the end, there's a lot of benefit that you can gain from this experience, not just academically, not just culturally, but along the way you surprise yourself, after all the hurdles and challenges that that you will face, and you when you get through it, and then at the end of the day, you'll feel proud of yourself. Yeah, why not just go for it, and don't listen to the your inner negative self-doubts. And like I said, if you are going, check your essentials, like your accommodation, finances, and all of that, your documents. And then again, like I said, be aware of what's happening in the UK, and also in Malaysia, what are the travel restrictions and stuff like that. And if you have any doubts, um, you can just feel free to contact, Cantoros, or anyone that any representative from the university. And lastly, I would like to say, prepare for the unpredictable weather in the UK.
Yes.
Right now we're in the summer, because I think a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, even though in the summer, we had like a gloomy, rainy days for 3 days.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah,
tornado for some
yeah, we have
reason.
a tornado in Northampton, but that was scary in the middle of summer. And yeah, prepare to brace yourself for the unpredictable weather. You're not gonna get it's sunny right now today, and then it can change
Yeah.
in a few seconds. And even though it's summer, I bring my umbrella every day. I don't trust the weather app to tell me it's sunny today, but and bring lots of winter clothes. Yeah,
Yep.
you won't
Kantaros, do
get
you have
this.
anything to say to Malaysian students? Welcome them.
Yeah, so obviously we very welcome all Malaysian students, and I hope Asima is a testament to that. And it's really great to hear that she's having a brilliant experience.
Yep.
We welcome around 15 Malaysian students a year. Don't ever feel that you're going to be on your own. There will be some support, but again, if you want some international experience, we have lots of programs like what is called Fish, where we get you in with a host family to
Yeah,
experience British life, and also get a buddy as well to exchange your cultures. So it's not just about studying; it's about broadening your experience as an
yeah,
Yeah.
international student.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're very welcome. Do contact us, because we have a Malaysian office. Like I said, Lynn
Yeah.
Chong is my
Yeah.
colleague.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
actually really brilliant. She actually
Yes.
just like a family. She would make sure, even down to what you're packing, what you're packing, and down to your, when are you arriving, how are you going to get there. She will help you all the way.
Yeah. Yeah. She's. I can only say that she is not as extrovert or very hyper as me, but then she's always very calm and steady, and
Yeah,
I
she's like a
love talking to
mother.
her.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
To all Malaysian
and
out there who doesn't know her, she's kind of like your mom. She has that motherly thing. She will tell you what to pack, and
yeah,
don't forget your documents and stuff like that. So
yeah, yeah,
it's nice to have
and
that.
yeah, and one thing that I liked about the university after Kentaro shared about the scholarship, the fees itself, I think studying in Northampton is not as expensive as what many Malaysians presume or assume of the fees that studying in the UK, because like what Asima is getting, if you are getting 50% scholarship, and with the fees that you are paying, the tuition fee is even lesser than some private university in Malaysia. So I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, so even if you can get 20, 25 or 30%. If you can't get up to 30, 50% like ASEMA. I think for international students, for Malaysian students, it is still a very good package, a very competitive, a very good package to choose to study in the UK. And cost of living in Northampton is not that high. You just cost of living and living in KL is not cheap as well. So enjoying a different culture, different environment, different weather, I think it's a fantastic experience. And I always encourage students to go for at least 2 years, don't 1 year only. So if you have 2 years experience, you can really enjoy 2 full years of experience of going through the different weather, knowing more people as well.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kenteros, and thank you, ASEMA, for the lovely session. And I think for students or for any viewers, when they see the replay, if you're interested to find out anything, just drop a comment. I can always reply to it, or I can refer them to Lynn as well. Right. Thank you, and thank you for watching, and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Gabrielle.